All right. I think we're live. Okay. All right. So this will just be an update on the markets. Right now, we've just been trading kind of upwards a little bit, just within this sideways range. We are kind of in the middle of the range, approaching the upwards of the range, where we do have a naked daily point of control, and then a value area high from the volume range here towards the really beginning of current price history. Below us, we do have this point of control lining up nicely with the golden pocket of this move. So it could be a drop down towards the 28,900 level or 29,000 level. We also have another golden pocket lining up nicely with the value area low and a bottom of the parallel channel. So this is a nice, very nice support as well. Right now we're just kind of rejecting off of a naked session point of control, and then above us we do have resistance of a naked daily point of control at a value area high. So that just kind of what I'm looking at Bitcoin so far. Looking at Ethereum, again a naked session point of control and a 786 from the swing high up here, the swing low. Below us just a golden pocket. And also, just like Bitcoin, we can draw a volume area range profile from right here towards the present day. And we can see nicely that we're getting a point of control at the 0.5 fib level, and then nice confluence with a value area low of the 786. I've noticed Ethereum does like that 786 a lot more. It does respect it a lot more, even though right now if we were to take a fib from the swing high to the swing low right here, we are rejecting off of a golden pocket. So that is one of the few times Ethereum likes to reject off of a golden pocket. Just from my experience trading. Looking at Solana, again the same thing where we're having a fixed volume range profile. And we're getting nice values at a 382. The 382 tends to be a well-respected support pullback, especially when we are in a uptrend. We're kind of in a local uptrend right now with Solana. We'll see what Bitcoin does, but we'll possibly pull back towards this 382 and then kind of continue up towards this 0.5 fib level. That will be a major zone of resistance. Plus we take out the liquidity high from up here, and then just kind of some of the shorts that piled up from the high up here possibly. It'd just be a massive short squeeze opportunity, and then of course we could drop back down towards the low of the range. So possibly the 76 at around $41.60, or the value area low of this range, which is $40 roughly, and then just really going lower, we could possibly see $33 possibly again, as again I took a Fibonacci expansion from the swing low to the swing high up here. And here if we kind of zoom in on these range values, we're getting nice confluence sort of with the 1.33 with a daily level. So possibly that could be like the worst case scenario. Plus would be taking out the wick of liquidity right here. So just drawing a wick here. Add a note to that. Just drawing out the liquidity here, and then just kind of diving down, grabbing liquidity, and then coming up. So that is really it for the Solana. I guess we can just kind of do some live trading. Feel free to ask questions in the chat, and I'll also be looking at kind of naked session point of controls and just kind of adding those to my chart. I know my video on the merging sessions got a lot of attention, so I'd like to kind of do that more in this video. We'll see if we actually get people in the chat or not, but Again, I don't like to look at naked sessions that are older than a week, so 7 days at max. And here we do have a naked session at around 28675 with a previous day valley area low. I've noticed in kind of a downtrending market that we do come down towards the previous day valley area low. So I'll just mark that out on my chart. That is at around 2867. 28675. And then I'll make these blue. And so yeah, more confluence way down here, this golden pocket and a low of the parallel channel. You can see we've been kind of deviating outside of this parallel channel. Sometimes it will kind of drop down, grab liquidity, make people kind of FOMO short, and then of course we'll come back up quickly and kind of trap those longs. I'll actually like go into Exo charts and kind of show you guys. So let me draw a vertical line. We'll see if there was actually a lot of trap shorts down here. So we'll go back to the 27th of May. Let me turn on the order flow and I'll go to the 15-minute. So it'd be this right here. And so here, when I turn on my value area, here it kind of highlights the 70% of the total volume traded in within each 15-minute candle. And here you can see possibly a bunch of trap shorts. So right here, especially, we get a cluster and a cluster of imbalances of shorts. Just turning on the net shorts here, you can see a whole bunch shorts coming in. Turning on open interest too. Here you can see a whole bunch of shorts coming in as open interest was increasing, meaning there was people actually coming into the market and shorting it actively. And then you can see price just kind of not really moving much. If we turn on our sort of delta bars, okay, there was an absorption going on, but here you can see price kind of just stalling, and then quickly you see a whole bunch of net longs coming in. That would have been really not a good example, but here you can see on this massive candle, we do get a bunch of volume, bunch of longs coming in, and a whole bunch of stacked longs right here. Just taking my mouse and just kind of going along here. Here you can see a whole bunch of shorts just getting trapped instantly once all these longs kind of open up. So it just kind of traps a whole bunch of shorts. And then of course we pump up, get a rejection out of kind of a VWAP area, come back down, people kind of close out of their shorts. You can see right here, they close out of their shorts at like break even or a little bit of a loss. We kind of pump back up from that, kind of come back down, and of course we start to kind of come back up as price just kind of consolidates and then just kind of moves back up a little bit more. We can see, okay, there was an absorption going on here, but let me go down to the 5-minute. We'll see if XR charts allows this. It was right here. So not really absorption going on, but kind of a good example of what I'm talking about with trap shorts and that kind of deal. I'm in a short now, but now I feel like I should take out an end and break even, probably a bad idea. Let's see here, where are we? Kind of rejected off of this naked daily point of control. So your open interest increasing as prices increasing, that's bullish. Wow, whole bunch of trap longs up here. You could probably still be good. Really, we may come up and just kind of stop out the shorts kind of at this candle. So we might get a second swing failure pattern. Just looking at the single prints, I love looking at the single prints now, especially when kind of looking for a trend reversal. So when looking at single prints, let me zoom out on this. My go-to, I always kind of use the half an hour, 30-minute time frame. But what you want to be looking for is here, a selling tail, kind of. It means where a big player kind of steps in. You can kind of think of it as like absorption in a way. And so what you want to see typically is a selling tail at the wicks right here, and then you want to see price just kind of come up and then retest that selling tail at like the bottom of the box, or it can come up a little bit. Typically what you want to see, and then price will then reject off of that, and then you can enter a short with your stop loss a little bit above that wick area. Give it a little bit of wiggle room, and then that would be a very nice kind of trend reversal. But right now we're looking pretty good. Really decent amount of selling volume up here. Let me go to my other one. Look at the Bitcoin chart. So yeah, we're rejecting off of the daily point of control. That is relatively bearish. Nice volume here. So it could be a pretty good short. Good volume right here. 3.5. Yeah. But again, just I look to take possibly profits at right here, the 382. So not a bad short, I suppose. Yeah, not a bad. Lot of confluence here at this point of control, especially that at the valley area low. Ton of confluence there. We'll see if we can. So yeah, we're kind of rejecting off of a 0.5 fib level right now. I took a fib level from up here towards down here, and here you can see the kind of a zone of resistance in this area, a box. Especially with this blue line. I forgot what the blue line is. I have so many levels on this chart. I'll just delete it for right now. Oh, it's a wick of this area, but yeah, pretty nice rejection. Kind of low volume right now, but it is the weekend. So we did get a back test of the wick kind of on decent amount of volume. A lot of negative delta, it looks like. It was just mainly just longs getting stopped out or closing, it looks like. Yeah, not bad. Okay, yeah. Yeah, probably not a bad trade then. The stock market likes to reject off of 0.5 fib levels a lot. It likes 0.5 fibs. Let me get rid of that 3, 2. Let's see what the daily level is doing. Okay, so we're just kind of trading in a downwards area. So again, I like to look at daily and work my way down. Open interest decreasing with price decreasing, slightly bullish. Really kind of hard to tell on the 1 hour. But yeah, overall, price decreasing, and then open interest decreasing. Let me actually take a look at my volume chart. That was a quick volume candle. So yeah, there could possibly be a larger player shorting right now. I'd stay in that short position. This was a very quick candle, and as you can see, there is a few trades count. So typically, it means a large player or a large limit order just kind of pushing down price. I've been using the volume candle a lot. Yep, we're dumping. So ultimately, looking here, I'm looking at this golden pocket and the point of control. So typically, as a general rule, we're rejecting off of a value area high. So then that means the next general area to lock in profits or look for a long would be the point of control. So yeah. Okay. Kind of open interest decreasing. God, it's kind of a challenge trading on the weekends. Because here you can see open interest decreasing, not longs closing out, not shorts closing out. I would still stay in it. There we go. Mainly just looks like longs getting stopped out. All of these longs possibly. We're dumping. Honestly, I see us kind of coming down towards this level. See if we have a good chance of a 80% setup right now. So previous day value area high at 28982. Okay, so if we do get two consecutive 30-minute candle closes below here, there's a good chance that we come down way down to 28,600. So again, this area down here, very significant. Plus the trend reversal chart. We'll see. See if we get a... Right now we're kind of bouncing off the VWAP. Longs coming in. Yeah, it affects my sleep too. That's why I tend to close out my trades on weekends. Unless I'm like way up from like a Monday trade that I got in and I have been holding all weekend. Or all week pretty much, but... Actually save that. forgot I don't have Discord open. So just looking. Wow, I can't believe how many red candles there are weekly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 consecutive weekly candle closes. I don't think that's ever happened. Yeah, holy schmoly. For it to be a green candle, we'd have to close above this 30,328. Which is still like a 5% move, 4% move. Which I don't really see happening. Why I have this. So just looking at the stock market, getting a nice bounce off of this 382 to the exact dollar pretty much. So typically, whenever we are in a large uptrend, pulling back to the 382 is generally very bullish. So very, very interesting. And then the stock market likes the 0.5 fib level a lot. It's like kind of like the golden pocket of Fibonacci. But this was a very explosive move up from that, so it's good to see. See what the VIX is doing. I haven't updated this in a while. Typically, you just look for breakouts of the VIX because it's just a volatility index. That's what it is. Typically, more volatility leads to a downside. But really, if we just draw in old volatility, here you could see this was when we kind of like dropped down a lot. It was on the breakout of this kind of line right here. So, very interesting. Dow Jones Industrial, again, whenever we have a quick move up in Dow Jones, that's typically a bearish sign for the stock market. So here you could see on the 2nd of November right here, and then shortly after we did get a drop on the stock market. So this would have been right here. This would have been just a month to 2 month early warning of the stock market's about to drop whenever you get the Dow Jones kind of dropping down like that. So just something to keep in mind and interesting. Dow Jones, we'll see. Kind of do the wake up here. We'll see if we get a. So yeah, we kind of drop down, but usually you just look at with the Dow Jones for like Dow theory, you pretty much just look at if it's making an all-time high or all-time low first before the stock market, and that typically represents a kind of a bottom in the market or a local top. Just looking at Dow theory, it's just kind of like a leading indicator. It's all you pretty much just use it for. So this could be a good bottom. Very interesting though. Price isn't really moving much. Let's see here. We'll go to the 5-minute time frame. Price is kind of like consolidating sideways. More shorts coming in. Yeah, shorts are probably a limit. Just dropping down. So yeah, we're just waiting for this previous day valley area high at the moment. Good amount of negative volume coming in. Shorts coming in. Open interest increasing. So we lost this 3-2. All right, nice. I was gonna take a trade right now, but kind of not too good risk to reward ratio. I'm not gonna take that. I guess I'll take a scalp if we do break above or below this break below this value area low with 2 candle closes. I'll just wait for like kind of a retest, and then when I see a drop down, then I'll look for a long. I'm really looking for a long in this area especially. We'll see if we get there. Again, this is the support to be aware of. But yeah, open interest increasing as long or shorts are coming in. So that is bearish, meaning there are sellers interested in this level. Looks like just the large player just got stopped out pretty much. Here you can look at T size or like just people with their account size. So here you typically look at the large player of 500k plus, and then you can compare it to like the 7k to 20k to below 7k. These are kind of more like the newbie retail traders. Then up here is like the larger traders, 500k and 200k to 500k. I know Jason Casper falls in between the 200k to 500k. Same as Daniel from Chart Champions. I'm noticing like those larger players, they tend to be like a medium tier larger player. I think they just do that so they don't really end up losing a whole lot on each trade. Plus they don't put that much money into a exchange at a time. Neither do I. I don't keep all my money. I don't keep all my money on exchange. But yeah, that's the ultimate area I'm looking for. And my camera is really blurry. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Very blurry person. It looks like I'm anonymous or something. But yeah, the Discord has been growing. We're up to 129 members. See here. I might make a video of how playing RuneScape kind of led me to trading, because I was a very avid RuneScape player. I still was up until like 2 years ago. Maybe I'll do a live stream of just me playing RuneScape and then trading. JC usually goes very high leverage, but only Yeah, that's fine. Especially when you're starting out, I highly recommend just trading with minimal amount, kind of. Especially in your first 6 weeks or 6 months of trading, that especially, because your first 6 months are kind of like experimental, and that's typically when you lose the most money. And really just trading with money compared to paper trading, whenever you switch, it just adds an extra bravery. You tend to not take as many trades, especially when you get confirmations, and so it's just another kind of stage a trader goes through with that. But yeah, this is a brutal market to trade in right now. I know a lot of people who ended up giving up. That's kind of why only 95% of traders make it, or 5%. Other 95% typically give up within the first year, 6 months. I'd say 80% of people give up within their first 4 months of trading, because typically they end up losing everything they kind of trade with, their whole trading account. Then you get that extra 10% once that 6 month period comes around. And then of course you lose another 5% once that 1 year of trading comes around. And then pretty much you make it past that 1 year mark and you're pretty a top tier trader pretty much. So yeah, holy smoly, a lot of shorts coming in. I wouldn't count this as absorption. A lot of shorts coming in. Open interest increasing, so that's bearish. Heck yeah. Do you think people who have market cipher have a higher rate of becoming successful, or is it the same as someone who tries learning the RSI? I guess more market cipher, because you're actually paying for a indicator, so therefore you're like, when you're paying a large amount of money, that means you're more like inclined to use it, and there's like kind of more demand behind it. Same as like the psychology of paid courses, where like I basically have a free course of my playlist, and not many people really utilize it, whereas people are more inclined to like pay for a course offered by someone, and they'll be inclined to learn from it and be more motivated to learn from it just because they paid a premium behind it. So typically that's just like the psychology of customers and money pretty much. But yeah, I would say someone is becoming more successful if they do use a market cipher or another kind of paid indicator compared to the RSI. I know my first indicators were the momentum and the RSI, and I kind of switched from that, kind of took a break from trading when I first did that. And then I learned about Market Cipher, used that for a while, and here I still am trading 2 years later, roughly. So, yep. You can do it, man. Usually it takes 4 to 5 years of crypto trading to really become good at it. Your first year, or first 6 months actually, depends how much time you're really putting in, but first year is typically very low returns. If anything, you're coming out at break even. But once you get past that 1 year, it really starts to increase, and you really start to notice like the hard work and amount of time that you've been putting in starts to pay off. Really, how you kind of speed that process up is, again, posting your trades in a journal, and then I guess like once a month, just kind of go back, see what you're doing, looking at your wins, looking at your losses, and just kind of improving upon that. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's been improving. I'm learning still as like a experienced trader. I'm still learning more things as the market kind of changes. For a while, I've noticed like golden pockets weren't respected, but now again they're becoming kind of more respected. Certain notice fibs levels are becoming respected, as they weren't so much in the past. I've noticed more of a second swing failure patterns happening, whereas in the past it was just a single swing failure pattern, and then we would boost off of that. A very good example of that was the December to January range. In between there, single swing failure pattern would happen, and then I would enter off of that. But now, lately, ever since like March, I've been noticing 2 swing failure patterns happening, and then we kind of reverse based off of that. So again, you have to be knowing what the market is doing and be ready to adapt towards that. And really, half the battle is identifying what the market likes to do towards traders and just kind of adapting off of that. Another thing that I might actually start doing is using the RSI indicator and kind of counter trading people who are using the divergences for the RSI. I don't know, I'll have to look more into it, but basically whenever you see a RSI divergence, say on like a common retail time frame that everyone kind of uses, a 15-minute, whenever you see a divergence on the RSI, you can kind of wait for a second swing failure pattern. I'll try to find an example here. Give me some time. Here we go. Yeah, here's an example. So right here, we're getting a decrease in RSI. RSI is going down. And then over time, we're getting a nice divergence, right? So then we drop down, kind of come back up, and then suddenly we get a retest, just stopping everyone out who shorted that. And then lastly, we do end up coming down. So again, that's kind of an example of like using a second swing failure pattern and just kind of learning if people actually were interested in shorting this, as the RSI is like the most commonly used indicator. Just very beginner. If you look at every single YouTuber, like the Moon Boys, like Carl from the Moon, Crypto, AM Crypto, who's the other guy? Martini Guy Trades, whatever. They all use the RSI, and all their little followers use the RSI. So that just means typical retail trader, just kind of like what the herd is using to trade, and you can kind of trade them. Just something I've learned. Do you mark out bullish and bearish RSI zones? Not really. I kind of know what you're saying, but I guess it can be useful. Like right here, we did get a drop down, and then the RSI was in a very bearish spot, but I don't look too much at the RSI, not gonna lie. Not so much anymore. But I guess it can be useful for like determining the strength of price. If I were to use the RSI on any time frame, it'd be like the 4 hour and above. But just to like counter trade people, I'd use the RSI and seeing if there is a divergence in the RSI, and then if say we're at a kind of rejecting, and there is a, again, like from my example earlier, there is like a wick here, I do expect us to kind of come up, and that kind of leads me to knowing that there's going to be a second swing failure pattern. And again, a swing failure pattern is typically where we kind of wick up and then kind of come down. It's typically just meaning a place where a lot of people get stopped out, and again, whenever there is a short trade, there needs to be a long trade, and vice versa. And so this stop loss, our swing failure pattern, happened because there was a lot of short trades at right around this level. So again, people just shorting the market, but the market likes to stop out of people, make people lose some money. And so typically you'll get a increase in price as there's longs happening, just people getting closed out of their shorts, and then again we'll get price coming down after that. So feel free to check out my swing failure pattern video. I'll try to find it right here. So it is under market cipher. It'd be this video. Kind of explains what a swing failure pattern is, and then just kind of how to trade it with market cipher, but really can work for any indicator. Yep, the four horsemen, that's right. Pretty funny. I do have a video on how to kind of an idea of counter trading them, but typically they have a lot of followers, so a lot of everyday Joe traders trying to doing that. So again, you kind of have an edge over them when you learn how to counter trade them like that. So yeah, very, very interesting, kind of funny. But yeah, hopefully, Brian, that answered your question. I'm excited for this to be integrated. Open interest in TradingView. However, this indicator is not working on anything, not even the SPX. So I don't know if they're just like revealing that for the first time, but sometimes I don't really use market cipher too much anymore. Again, I like to use XOCharts a lot. I know people are gonna be kind of mad, but whatever. But yes, Brian, I do use the DBSI. I do have a strategy behind that, so check out Market Cipher strategies. And then I do use the DBSI, or was using it on higher time frames. That works pretty well. So like the daily and up, I do have a video on that. But long story short, I don't really use many indicators much anymore. I guess I use indicators as more of a high time frame, like 4 hour and above, just determine if we're getting a change in market structure or not. But pretty much scalping, I don't really use many indicators. I guess really the only indicator I'd use is the CVD, but besides that, not really. So yeah. A year when I got into crypto, I bought ETH at all-time highs because I listened to them. Yep, that happened to me back in 2017. Or 2018 actually. I bought Ripple. It was Ripple at the time. I bought it at $2, and then it went up to $2.40. But very interesting. Yeah, that seems to be the way Jason is going too. Lots more with XO and TPO. Yeah, man. Feel free to check out the XOCharts playlist too. I know a lot of people have been kind of going into that. So hopefully I can add some value into doing that. I've been streaming a lot more using XOCharts, so hopefully people are learning from that, gaining experience. So yeah, I hope people just kind of see both sides to using indicators and XOCharts. I guess XOCharts is kind of more advanced, so I recommend people using indicators at first, but as you get more advanced, XOCharts is definitely the way to go. XOCharts, I guess, can be described as looking at like the 3D view of the candle, whereas with like a indicator, you're kind of looking at a 1D to 2D view of the candle. So again, it's just another thing to add an edge to, especially when trading. So yeah, Brian. So definitely feel free to check those out. It may take a while to get kind of used to, especially when just looking at open interest and relating it to price. So as a good rule of thumb, whenever you see price increasing and you see a lot of volume and open interest increasing, that is bullish. And as a general rule of thumb, whenever you see those two decreasing, so a decrease in volume and a decrease in open interest and a decrease in price, that is bullish too. And then you want to see volume and open interest increasing as price is going down. That means a strong incline in price movement, meaning just bearish. So I do have a video kind of relating all that over. It's not really the best video, I'd say. I guess I'll go in and start to make new videos based off of that. As I am, it's kind of weird because like teaching, you don't really know the common questions people ask. So as you're kind of teaching it for the first time, it's a challenge in itself. I feel like I've been doing a better job making YouTube videos over time, but just teaching that in itself is a kind of a challenge when you're actually kind of doing it, because you don't really know what to like say. It's just something you don't really I don't know how to describe it. Something that you don't really do. But yep, XO is a cheat code at the moment. Hopefully more people kind of catch on. I don't know if people will actually start using XO, but if you want to be in this for a long time, I suggest start using EXO and just kind of looking at that. A lot of Wall Street traders, that's kind of how they trade. Yep. You know what's actually going on within the candle. So that is a very useful thing to do. So you, again, every single one of these values is market orders, and then you can kind of see where the larger players are happening when you get a hidden CBD divergence. But yeah, right now wouldn't be a bad time to lock in profits. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And to this day, I'm still learning XO too. It's a continuous like battle. Same as like Market Cipher. Like, I know, I have a pretty good feel of like all the patterns where Market Cipher changes, but again, I don't know. It's a continuous learning journey. I think most people don't really understand that with trading. It's a continuous learning journey, kind of. Yep, you got it, Brian. Especially Bojan. I've learned a lot from Bojan. Plus another Discord mod, but I can't really say their name. I'll just keep them anonymous, but if they're watching right now, they know. Big thank you to them. But yeah, I'm not dissing on Market Cipher either. Market Cipher is a very good indicator. But I'm surprised it's very quiet on a Sunday. My engagement's been very low. I guess it is a holiday weekend. Especially to my American friends. It's Memorial Day. Yep. Seems like we're bouncing at VWAP. Hope we can break through. Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's a kind of a good amount of longs coming in, but now I'm starting to see a lot of shorts popping in. So there's a good possibility that we break through it because we're getting a good amount of shorts coming in, and then open interest is increasing as that's happening. So that's typically a good sign. And right now we just got a large amount of shorts popping in. So yeah, a lot of shorts coming in right now. Open interest increasing. You can see as net shorts are increasing, open interest is increasing, strength of the move. However, it's kind of low volume right now, but again, at a support level, you typically don't want to see a lot of negative delta and a lot of volume. That just kind of means that we're gonna break through that level, but so there's a good chance that we're gonna break through it. I wouldn't have my bet the farm on it, but yeah. There's times where I'm in a scalp trade for like 8 hours. Typically I get kind of like sus and kind of worried whenever I'm in a scalp trade for like 8 hours and price isn't really moving. I'll typically kind of close out the trade early. That's just from my experience. I tend to lose trades when price isn't really doing much. But once you get past the exo charts, watching all the videos on that, check out the advanced trading. That is just a whole new ballpark where I'm just doing like negative fibs. So I'll show you a negative fib. So support level would be this negative 2.6. And then we're getting a nice negative fib level at the negative 618. Again, just kind of having nice confluence with a 786. And then we're getting a negative 1 at around here. This isn't really a good example, I'd say, but this would be like these fib levels become more significant if we get a rejection again off of this like 0.5 or a golden pocket right here. These fib levels will become more significant, but right now not too much. But I like to use negative fibs, especially when we are at like an all-time high or an all-time low. Especially with altcoins, they work amazing. But again, I have a video on that if you want to check it out too. Yep. These are where the true traders are built, man. So a big applause to you guys for trading during these market conditions. It's like the true clean out of traders. Most powerful negative fib level? Probably the 618. I mean, they're both very well respected, but typically the 618 or 1-to-1. At the moment, the 618 is typically a well respected value. Again, this isn't really a good example of it. But what's so cool about these fib levels too, especially note my fib expansion and fib negative videos, take notes on that as it's setting you up for Elliott waves. At the moment I'm learning Elliott wave theory kind of. Elliott waves, it's kind of more of like a show-off trading. It's like using high leverage and showing your P&L, even though you're using 100x for like a 1% move. It'll make you look good as a trader. So that's kind of what Elliott waves do. But harmonics are pretty powerful. That is kind of like a basis of Elliott wave theory. Again, what you're just using is a combination of negative fib levels and fib levels, just specific ones, along with fib expansion levels. but they just make you look like a cool, knowledgeable trader, I guess. It's kind of like a flex in a way. But again, it's just a lot of learning, but not to toot my own horn. I think my playlists are great, especially for free. I spent a few $1,000s just to learn that kind of stuff. And really now, there's so many videos on trading. I think it's just coming towards like what's right and what's wrong. Like for example, right now there's a ton of videos on RSI, how to trade RSI. I've noticed those are getting the most views. So does it really mean it's like the most useful information? You know, it's just kind of something to think of. I haven't really seen too many of Kite Crypto, but I know I've actually learned kind of using Market Cipher from him when I was first learning Market Cipher, but yeah, Kite Crypto only uses ABC. But yeah, it is a form of Elliott waves. Again, I don't think Elliott waves are like the huge like go-to, even though everybody thinks like Elliott waves are so cool and they all want to learn it, but just learning it more, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say on it, but it's basically just just fibs what it's composed of. So, so this impulsive move. Yeah, that's not really too powerful, but yeah. Yeah, Taurus Crypto is pretty cool. I wonder if I can collab with them. It'd be so cool to collab with people. Well, I mean, if I were to choose anyone to collab with, it'd be Jason Casper, of course. But I don't know. I tried collabing with Evan Aldo. he kind of ignored me. Be funny to kind of collab with like Carl from the Moon or BitBoy even though I rarely watch their videos anymore. When I was a new beginner, I was watching them, but Carl from the Moon was the very first YouTuber I've ever watched. That was back in 2017. He was just showing us breakout patterns, of course being bullish all the time when we're at a top. And then I stumbled upon Alessio Rastani, who was calling for a Bitcoin bubble during 2017. I was watching his videos, but I didn't really take them too seriously. I wish I did. But now I'm noticing Alessio doesn't really make as good of content anymore. Not dissing on him, but I think he's just trying to promote his paid group. I was in his paid group. It wasn't the best, but I respect all YouTubers. I think I expect them, but yeah. Huh. Let's see if there's absorption going on. Possible absorption right here. But again, open interest is increasing a ton. So this might be like a short squeeze. Again, weekend trading is so like unpredictable. It's the reason why no one really trades weekends. But you can still trade weekends, I suppose. Sorry, I'm burping a lot right now. But yeah, I didn't see your comment, Brian. The goal for your first year of trading is to survive. Protect capital as much as you can. So really risk management is really the most important and most key. But yeah. Let's see. Anyone else in the chat? Someday I want to do like an all-day stream. I kind of want to do like a 12-hour stream. I want to do that. Thing is, I'm going to be like eating on stream, so that might be a little weird. Eating publicly on YouTube. That'd be like some ASMR type deal. Bitboy used to have a YouTube and TikTok called COO of Facts. I followed him on TikTok. And then he shouted out his YouTube channel, Bitboy Crypto, which only had like 30k subscribers at the time. Wow. Yeah, I know he grew rapidly. That's the kind of the sad thing, is that people will engagement farm. I don't know, I'm learning like the dark side of Twitter, kind of, and just seeing like Bitboy will do these like new like get this altcoin that could 100x, and it'll be like kind of at 100 all-time highs, and so his followers will buy it, and then he'll slowly just kind of limit out and start selling on his followers as they're buying it. So it's kind of nasty and gross. And then of course the coin will go to like all-time lows, and then it'll essentially be a rug pull as people will be bag holding for years. That's happened to me. Yeah. A guy who is very good at that is Joe Perry's. But very, very interesting. We'll see if I ever get that big, man. Right now I'm at, 362? Right now we are in like a brutal bear market, so of course there's not many people on the crypto YouTubes, but who knows. Maybe in the fall time I'll do like a 24-hour stream. It'd have to be on a weekend, just so I can like pass out for 12 hours afterwards. But I'll just drink like a whole bunch of energy drinks, all that gross sugary stuff. Hopefully I don't get sick on stream. Yep. Yeah, I've seen a few crypto exposed videos. If you're on Twitter, which I'm taking a break from right now, but Zach XBT is his handles. He has like, he exposes so many people. Scott Milker. Ryan. I forget all their names, but there's so many people who get exposed of doing that, and people are catching on to it, especially like with like the Plan B. Plan B lost a lot of followers in December. I think he lost like 300K within a month. People are starting to catch on. People are getting smarter as crypto kind of ages on. I think we're still pretty early on in crypto in general, but yeah, people are getting smart and they're catching on with it. Very, very interesting. As we're kind of pumping up right now. But yeah, I think for this like 24-hour challenge, I'll need like 2 gallons of water right next to me. I'll need to make like snacks right next to me. But yeah, I'm kind of down for it, doing 24 hours. Again, it'd have to be like in the fall. No way I'm doing it in the summer. But again, the fall. Yeah, I am into NFTs. I just don't really talk about it a lot. A lot of metaverse NFTs. But yeah, I've been in NFTs since March 2021. And my first NFT was kind of a rug pull. Yeah, 24-hour RuneScape, man. I'll do it. I'll probably get very bored, especially like if there's like a time where like no one's on. I'll just be talking to myself kind of. But maybe I'll do a RuneScape type deal. We'll see if my computer can run it. Right now I have like 5-year-old computer right now. So we'll see if my CPU will allow it. But yeah, I'm relatively high up in RuneScape. I think my combat level is 101 last time I checked. That's when I was a member. So I'll probably just buy a bond and be good for a month or 7 days. Or I'm starting to forget the RuneScape knowledge, but I'll probably just be doing like Slayer tasks or something. But I think I have 399 skills. I know I have 99 cooking, 99 fletching. Those are kind of like the easy ones. I don't know. Other than that, everything else is in like the mid 70s, 80s. Except for rune crafting. Rune crafting is like 66 because rune crafting is a grind. Same as mining. But I think mining I have 70 because I was just chilling in the dwarven mine for a while. Dwarven mine is pretty AFK. So, collecting that pay dirt. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that'll definitely be funny. We'll see if I can get some more RuneScape people in. I don't know how popular RuneScape is anymore. Something that's really never dies as the community is really old. Okay, there's still a good amount of people who post. Yeah. That'll be very interesting. I have to do like a large clickbait title. 24-hour crypto guy. Live streams.
Did you end the stream?
No. But yeah, hour and a half right now. I know Evan Aldo's live right now. Evan Aldo. He's growing pretty fast. I'll pop into his stream. He's still bearish, I think. Yeah. Sunday night dump coming. Wow, he's getting pretty good views. Smash the like button, yo. Oh boy, I do night shifts, so I should be sleeping right now, but I'm in. I used to work second shift. It was 3 p.m. to 11. 3 to 11, yeah. As a janitor. So I know how you feel. I want to go to bed until like 1 a.m. But yeah, that was a grind. Kind of worked out well because my roommates would stay up pretty late. But yeah, I'd probably be sleeping right now. Just going to the 5-minute. Going down, going down. See here, I'll go to my volume chart. Trend reversal. Pretty low amount of volume right now. Again, the volume 10 million is my go-to for looking at volume. It's kind of like a medium volume range, 50 tick as well. Point and figure, I haven't really experimented with. Trend reversal, again, the 44.26 looks very well. Then really, I think the range is kind of pointless. But volume is very powerful. I like volume. It's what money flow is composed of. It's just the derivative of volume. I don't know the exact equation, but it's just a derivative of cumulative buy and sell volume. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a kind of a form of CVD in a way. But it wouldn't really make too much sense. I don't know how they did that. Be interesting to find out. Let's see here. I'll actually just delete that film. Alright. What else should I do analysis on? So yeah, looking at Dogecoin. Wow, larger wake up. Must have been an Elon tweet or something. Tesla's given everyone, I don't know. But yeah, just using the negative fib. Or fib expansion. Just kind of using that. So again, it looks like we quickly, if you look at this, oh, I guess not. I was mistaken with the volume. But again, this 1.33 is typically a very well respected fib expansion level, and this is having nice confluence with a valley area low. Then really nothing else really to be worried of. ADA still have yet to come down to our support zone. I'll use a fib expansion. Get the low of the wick right here. Come on. Okay. Up to here, the high. And again, that 1.33, another thing to be looking at. Let's see here on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can draw a pitchfork. Swing low to, I don't know. It's we're kind of going sideways, so kind of hard to draw a pitchfork typically impulse will move up and then like that, but kind of broke out of the pitchfork. Not really too useful. Looking at trend-based. So very explosive move down. So looks like the middle of June we could get an explosive move. Just going off of that. Yeah. Nothing too much from a long-term perspective. The fib time works very well on quick moves. A lot of volatility typically. Yeah, good night, man. Can you do macro for ADA? I want to hold out, but don't know where to buy. This will be kind of hard. But again, if Bitcoin gets a kind of a nice move off of the golden pocket, so if we do kind of come down towards the 786 and start bouncing off of that, I do expect all alts to kind of have their final bleed possibly. And the value that I'd be looking at is this 1.33 level, so at 37 cents to about 40 cents right here. Very strong support in this level, as if we just turn everything on. Actually, the 2.72. Yeah, this is a weekly and a daily. So yeah, we could still come down to this 886. That 886 is lining up with this 1.33. So 37 cents ultimately. That's if Bitcoin starts to bounce off of that 786, which I do expect happening. I do expect one more explosive move down, kind of. But really, just looking at this large candle right here, there was a ton of buying. Let me see here. If we go to the merging sessions and just go back in time. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. But if we look at volume, here you can see a ton of volume. It's what you want to see at a very large trend reversal. Ton of volume. So yeah, that's typically a very good sign. Whereas if you get a quick move down and there's not really much volume, that's typically kind of a weak area. So hopefully I kind of explained that to my best, but yeah. Yeah. Well, good night, man. Let's see here. Yeah, close out of your short. But yeah, really anyone else I need to know? Other than that, I'll probably call it a day. So, alright. See you guys later.